Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an M53 M55. It's the Tier 9 American SPG, and this one's located on the south spawn of Prokhorovka under the command of Goliath Killer 1. As these Arty rounds keep coming in, making a hell of a racket. That's what Arty rounds do. Well, anyway, it's the turreted tank. It's the turreted SPG. There are a number of turreted SPGs in the game. This is one of the best ones because the turret actually has got quite a wide arc of fire. Now he's got an 8-inch howitzer mounted, and that's because this is an M55 used by the US Army. Okay, he's found his firing position and he's now aiming at the enemy. And the first thing he's doing is he's aiming at the crossing point next to the railway line, or on the railway line. And the reason for doing that is the enemy is about to cross that, or will be streaming across it right now. And you can see trees going down, so somebody is also crossing. And I think he's waiting for sign of the enemy. Yep, he's found some. But instead, actually, he's gone straight to the K91. Missed out the chance to hit that Pershing. And he hits the K91. 425 hit points. Now, it is quite a long reload, I'm afraid. At the very least 35 to 36 seconds. Now the M55 is actually mounted on a chassis that belongs to the M46 pattern tank. Oh, there's an Arty there. Just saw the tracer coming from slightly further up and close to the river, or I'd say the gully next to the railway line. No, he hasn't got it quite on target yet, but I think he's waiting for the next shot to tell him exactly where that Arty is. There he is, and he's got it right on, round out. And unfortunately, it didn't kill the Arty, but it certainly would have done a huge amount of damage to him. I'm certain that that was right next door to the Arty. Only problem is he's probably relocated now, because the moment you are hit, if you don't relocate, you're not playing the game properly. In fact, you should relocate after every shot until you're absolutely certain the enemy isn't targeting you. Now there was a badger there. Yep, there it is, round out. And that was a near miss for 83 hit points. Now, Goliath Killer's not relocating at all. But the reason for that at this moment is that if he did, he probably might get spotted by this whole force that's moving south rapidly along the west side of the map. And they have been temporarily stopped because there's a number of enemy tanks, or a number of tanks on his team firing into them. But we've lost sight of some of them. Oh, the Object 907 is moving up, yet he spotted them. Round out. Oh, that was a good shot. He damaged both the T28 and the T95 with one shot and stunned both of them. And he's picking up stun assist as well. Oh, it was an excellent shot. And the enemy are now starting to lose tanks rapidly. They've lost 2 already. We're almost loaded, and there's the back chat. 3 tanks down. T28 prototype's gone down. 4 tanks down. 5 tanks down. So that whole thrust has been completely wasted. T95, we're dialing in. Can we get the kill? I think so. Almost ready. The Bulldog's going in for the kill. We stunned both of them, unfortunately. But the Bulldog is now behind the T95. It's only a matter of time before he's killed. Oh, T95 took out the Bulldog. He came out and ran away, which is a big mistake. He just should have sat behind the T95, pumping rounds into his rear and keeping him immobilized. Well, with 3 tanks up on the enemy at the moment, and there's the K91, the one that we fired at earlier. Working out where he's going to go, fires a round in, and it was just behind him but it didn't hit him exactly. We splashed him for 354. The T95 is a one-shot, so we're focusing on him now. Even more of a one-shot now. He's only got 34 hit points. So I think the 907 is going into the kill. And the T95 is toast. Right, now K91's next, with 4 tanks up on the enemy now. They've only got 7 tanks left, and that's including 2 Arty, the batch at 155.58 and the batch at 155.55. Okay, there's a Prima Victoria working out where he's going to go, round out, and with splash, 90 hit points. He's up on top of the hill. Okay, focusing on that Pershing. I think we've been requested to do so by the 257 or the others. Nope, we're going back to the hill again. Got an M103 and a Victoria at the same time. Now I think he's going to wait until they're spotted again. Okay, he's decided to switch to the Pershing. And changed his mind to go for the K91. Round out. It's going to move too fast. Yup. It's too fast, so he only stunned him. 105 hit points of damage. And one of the enemy Arty has been spotted in the northeast corner of the map. It's the batch at 55 rather, the tier 9 one. In fact, they're all being boxed into this corner now, so I wouldn't be surprised to find the other Arty close by. Almost ready to shoot. Okay, round out straight away, and he's killed him! He got the 155.55. So that's our first kill of the game. Okay, we're loaded. Okay, the other Arty's been spotted. He's in the north. We're adjusting the aim. Dialing in. I thought they'd be close together. That should be it. Round out, and he's badly damaged, and now he's dead. 260 hit points, and we've got both of the enemy Arty, so that means there's definitely a counter battery in it for Goliath Killer. But there's only one remaining enemy left, and that's the M103. He was last seen on top of the hill, but he's come down from the hill. He's now just north of the village. Now, can we pull around into him? Well, he's suffering multiple hits. He won't last much longer, and he's dead just as our round fires out, and we hear the clang as the round hits the wreck. Unfortunately, that means that shell was wasted, but at least we do have a victory. So let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And it's a second-class tanker for Goliath Killer in the M53, M55. He also managed to get a bruise in the middle for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 19, and he did pick up the counter-battery fire badge for taking out both of the enemy Arty, the Batch Artilleon 155.58 and the 155.55. So let's have a look at team score. Well, when it came to damage, he was actually in second place on our team. 2,750 hit points. The high scorer was the T110E4 with 3,216. The highest score on the enemy team was their M103. He managed to get 2,245. When it came to kills, the highest that anyone can get was the Strib 103 0. He only managed to get 3 kills. Then there's a whole bunch of tanks with 2 kills apiece. And when it came to base XP, it was the Object 907 who did best, 953 base experience points, when Goliath Killer managed to get 916. So let's have a look at detail report. Well, he fired 11 rounds, got 4 direct hits, 4 penetration, 9 splash. Damage of 2,750 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. He damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 2 of them, and did stun assistance of 1,441 hit points off 10 stuns. On a premium count, he earned 45,027 credits, and after ammunition resupply, and this is the 8-inch howitzer shells, which are very expensive, so he actually only took away 24,457 credits. He received 1,374 XP, and there was no multiplier, so that's all the experience points he took away. But a pretty good battle there by Goliath Killer. It was really kept on switching and changing and chopping and changing his targets, and obviously he had to wait whilst it was dialing in on that new target, and I think that may have cost him a little in terms of time. I tend to prioritize one specific target and go after that target as much as I can to try and get rid of it, and or then only switch to a target which I think is a higher priority, which is a bigger threat to my team, and then go after that one instead. But I don't tend to chop and change. If I see a target and I aim at it, I will then fixate on that and let the thing dial in so I can get an accurate shot on it. And I noticed that what Goliath Killer was doing is he was kept on chopping and changing with different targets, and of course that was taking up more time, so he might have been able to get more shots in, but it's still a very good game all the same. Pardon me. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.